12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now it's Ryan. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is real concentration when the ball's in the air. And I'm not sure that he did it, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. It's fielded at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. And Chubb will try the middle here. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. It's Chubb, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side, sent the tight end a few steps down the field, and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Chubb again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
The good thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
And the next-gen stats tell the story. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And I think this is a situation where the quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to his center corner and say, listen, it's 30. I mean, it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Quick throw completed by Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
From the 29, Ryan. He's got Otten. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Ryan. Finding Otten once more. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Browns at 7-3 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Chubb will get the call running left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That was Terrell Bernard navigating his way to the backfield and dropping him for a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Again to Bryant, and again it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Watson, off play action. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard, and the Buccaneers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. On the move past the 40. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 17 down to the 17. And it's a first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now Ryan. And a quick throw here that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 1 now. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bucs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Hard throw, incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Ryan.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So that a real ridge thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should use a different tool on that point, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And Ndamukong Suh, unblockable there as he got in there to make the stop behind the line.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense got pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Guruz. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns in 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start.
And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
York on now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ryan. It's complete to Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 2nd down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
He's got Bellinger.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Tyler Huntley
keeping it himself from 7 yards out.
And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And now Watson throws another interception. And the Bucs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Ryan.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
The solid stiff arm. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Here's Chubb on the read option. We'll get this up to about the 44.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. There's the stiff arm. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing now, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw, Huntley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late, not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go. It's Ryan on fourth down. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
They have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Browns, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the